Hi everyone, how many of you guys enjoy a good seafood meal? A good seafood boil? This is my version of a seafood boil kicked up a notch. Because of coronavirus, we can't go to the restaurants, so I'm making my own. It's Caribbean duck. And here is my wife demonstrating how easy it is to shell the shrimps and get it cleaned. And then we remove the vein, which is equivalent to the inner of a fish. So we want to make sure we get rid of that. And besides, when we cook our shrimp, it's much easier to enjoy and we don't have to fuss with the shelling. So I prefer to remove the shell before we cook it. And then we'll wash it all up and get it ready for our recipe. And here's our recipe. I got some slop your mama and some Louisiana crawfish and seafood boil. I got some corn, butter, onions, potatoes, small potatoes. I got my sausages, smoked sausage, beef sausage, and some bratwurst beef sausage, some hot pepper to kick it up a notch. I got oranges, scallion, thyme, oregano, got lemon, garlic, and some more green chilies. I got a few eggs, and here's some of our dry seasoning. I got cumin, paprika, 5-spice blend, black pepper, and some chili powders. So here's our scallions from the backyard. And I'm gonna get a few oranges from my little orange tree here. Just about 4 will do. And these are sour oranges, but they look so pretty in the yard. So, and for our seafood, we have crab, crayfish or crawfish, crawdaddies, whatever you want to call them. I got some crabs, some stone crabs. And yes, we got a few lobster tail. And right underneath here, we have some mussels that's already shelled and ready to use. And we have our shrimps peeled, washed, and ready to use. So here we go. We're gonna cut up all our green seasoning, some scallions, some green chilies. Keep in mind, we're kicking this up a notch, the Caribbean duck style. So we're going in with about a 1.5 rough chopped onions, both red and yellow onions. And we're going in with a very large Scotch bonnet pepper because we're kicking it up a notch. We're making things spicy here. Here's our tiny little orange. It goes in with skin, seeds, and everything. So basically what we're doing here is making a stock, and we're gonna get it cooking, boiling, and then we're just gonna set our seafood in it to pick up some of that flavor. And that's basically what a seafood boil is. And we're going in with some lemons, some oranges, sweet orange and lemon. And here I'm cutting up my sausages to give it more surface so you can absorb some of that ingredients in our boil. And these are our bratwursts. I'm gonna cut a few and then leave a few whole. Some potato I'm gonna cut, and then I'm gonna leave a few of them whole as well. Our garlic, we're gonna go in with a nice big knot of garlic, skin and everything, because we're making a stock. And here's our Louisiana Cajun style seasoning, our slop your mama spicy Cajun seasoning as well. And I'm kicking it up a notch my own way. So I got some cumin, I got some paprika. I got some crushed black pepper. I got some chipotle smoke seasoning. And we get our heat on. In goes our pot. And I'm going in with a stick and a half of butter, unsalted butter. Just so that we can saute our vegetables and get it started. And I found a piece of golden ray butter for extra flavor. And we're adding all our green seasoning into the pot with our onions and garlics and scallions and peppers. And we're gonna let that cook a little bit and saute until we get the onions translucent, and then we'll add the rest of our ingredients. And starting to smell good. Here goes our oregano and thyme. And I'll show you in a second what this pot is starting to look like. And I wish we had smell-o-vision once again. It's starting to kick up a notch here. I can smell all the chilies and the onions and the garlic. Next we're going in with our dry seasoning. Now our Cajun seasoning, I realized that it had a lot of salt, so I'm just gonna use half of that amount, which equates to about a half a cup of dry seasoning, the Cajun seasoning. We're going in with our lemon, gonna squeeze them and put the rind and everything, seeds, everything goes in. We're gonna do the same with the oranges. Get some of that juice out, and then we'll let it sit in there with the skin and everything. Next, we're gonna go in with about 8 cups of water. And we're gonna bring this up to a boil, let everything get infused, get all that flavor going. And here I'm gonna hit it up with 2 scoops of my kitchen green seasoning. And when was the last time you see this? So right now our pot is being infused and getting all cooked. So I'm gonna add our sausages, potatoes, and I'm gonna add a few eggs to boil. In goes our corn. We're just gonna snap them in half. I got 4 whole corn on the cob. Just snap them in half just like so, and add them to the pot. And we're gonna bring this up to a boil. All right, as soon as we get here up to a boil and everything is starting to cook, take a look at our garlic. Give it a cover and let it go for a few more minutes. In all, you want this to boil for about maybe 20 minutes. Get it all infused, all that seasoning mixed in there. And then we're gonna go in with our seafood mix. So here's the test. I'm gonna make sure that our potatoes are completely cooked, which it is, nice and soft and ready to eat. And it's being infused with all that seasoning. It's gonna taste great. So we're gonna go in with our fresh lobster, because that takes about 8 to 10 minutes to cook. So that'll be the first to go in. I'm gonna let that go for about 4 minutes before we add the rest of the seafood in. So my crab legs are pre-cooked, which shouldn't take long. And that will be the next item in. In goes our crayfish. So we're gonna add the rest of our seafood in, because our lobster was the first one in, and that cooked for about 4 minutes prior. In goes our stone crabs. Here goes our shelled mussels. And you can substitute these ingredients for any type of seafood. You can use clams, oysters, any type of shellfish. And then last, we're gonna add our shrimp. The shrimp cooks the fastest. Shrimp usually only take about 4 minutes to cook. So we add that to the top. And what we're gonna do is bring this pot back up to a boil. Right now it's showing me it's about 170 degrees here. So we're just gonna bring that up to a quick boil and cut it off and let it sit for a little bit. And here for the dip, we're going in with about 4 ounces of good old unsalted butter and the juice of 2 lemon. You're gonna squeeze this big juicy lemon and get everything out of it. Next, we're gonna grate about 4 cloves of garlic. And we're gonna melt this down, and this will be our dipping sauce. This is our seafood boil, kicked up a notch and spiced up. And I'm gonna dig right in and enjoy this feast. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and leave your comments, please. And this is me enjoying my meal, and I want to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you have fun today and give this recipe a try if you can. And I guarantee you it is wonderful, even down to the corn that absorbed all that seasoning. Tastes so wonderful. Even the eggs taste great. Sausages as well. Never had sausages taste as good as this, because it absorbed all that seasoning and spices, and the peppers just made everything come together. So this is me enjoying my feast.